Hi friends, it's Susan Smith with Stamp Creatively, and sometimes we get a catalog and you see some pages and you go, I love it all. And then you say, do I really want to spend that dollar amount to get all of this? I did, and I'm glad I did. These two designer series papers are currently on sale. They're part of the August DSP special. I love them both for different reasons. This is very soft and subtle, and the colors are pretty. And these wood patterns, I just really like them. I love the folder. The ribbon's beautiful, and I like the embellishments. So I got it all. I like the colors: Petal Pink, Pool Party, Misty Moonlight, Pecan Pie, Basic Beige, and Smoky Slate. So, wait, where's the picture of them separate? Oh, this is the page. That's what I wanted to show you first, because I saw that and loved it, and then I loved it this way. The one I'm going to show you today is this and this. And we did it at camp. So I did a camp with some kind of fun folds because I wanted them to do some different things. So I wanted to use a bunch of the DSP, and then I wanted it to do kind of a fun fold. So let me tell you how I did this. It's not hard. So first, this is 2 3/4. So that right there is a 2 3/4 to the score, both sides in. Okay? So 2 3/4 in, both sides. Then what I did is I folded this back on itself. And you could get the measurement for this, but for camp, that gets really complicated when you started telling people really detailed, 16ths or 8ths or something like this. This had a very high success rate. They all did very well with this. So that's the other thing I'm always looking for is what can I show them that they'll get a high success rate with, and it's also very duplicatable. Like a lot of times if I give them a measurement and they think they can't do that at home, they just won't do the project. So this is just 2 3/4 in on both sides, and you're good to go. So I'm just going to break down the fibers in that paper by using my bone folder, really flattening it out. Okay, and because this measurement, I don't want anybody to see, I'm going to erase that real quick. I guess I didn't need to, I know I'll cover up the other side. Okay, so then these pieces, if I take these 4 pieces and put them together, this is a 1/4 sheet of cardstock. Okay, so it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I cut it 2 1/8 because it's half of 4 1/4, and then I cut 2 1/8 here and 2 1/8 there. Okay, so that these 2 by 2 squares would go right on here. So I have a 2 by 2 square for here, and I have a 2 by 2 square for here. Come on, friend. Okay, and then this piece is 2 1/8 by 3 1/4. Okay, so that this is 2 by 3 1/8. If I just made that too complicated for you and you need to say, hey, what are those measurements again? Just message me. I share. I'm not greedy with my measurements. But I kept it simple because I wanted to not waste my cardstock. I use that all up. I just don't want to waste any. So this one goes here. Okay. So there's my pieces. And all I need to do is put it on this now. So I'm going to run my seal down the side. I'm going to put this one up here, all the way at the top, all the way to the edge. Same way with this one. Okay. And then here, would it help if I zoomed in a little bit? Okay, then the seal goes here. I'm going to put this one up here. And this one right there. Isn't that cute? So cute. So that's the card base. Again, fun fold that's not hard. I wanted to do some watercoloring, so I stamped these on watercolor paper in Versamark, and I embossed them in the copper. So they've been embossed in copper. And sometimes we forget how much we like the watercolor pencils. So I wanted to use watercolor pencils with mine. And I'll show you how I layer my images. So for my pot, I'm not pushing hard, but I'm just going to add a lot of color. I feel like I don't need to push hard to get the colors that I like. I just need to go over it. And then I'm going to layer it a little darker. And then I'm going to add, this is, oh, I just used Early Espresso, Cajun Craze, and Basic Gray. I'm going to go over it. This is my super cute little pot. I'm going to put a little of that over there. And then I like this in there just because it looks like it's got a little tarnish to it. So that's my pot. I'm going to color my pot first, and then I'll move to my flowers. We have great water painters, and I love those, but there's a lot of times I like to color with an old Wink of Stella. So whenever my Wink of Stellas are pretty much done, I will just use those to color with. I love using the watercolor paper because even after it dries, if I want to add more color or change it, it's really easy to do. I don't know whether you saw it or not, but I have a little dip thing here. And that's what my water's in. Can you see how sparkly my water is? So that was all the color I needed to get to my pot. And my lines are virtually gone. And now I'm super happy with the way my pot looks. Now I'm going to color my flowers. So these flowers are all real tiny and detailed. So what I found was it's easier for me to go over the tip of my old olive and just kind of put some color in there. Instead of trying to color in those teeny tiny spaces, I never do that well with it. So I'm going to go over my, with some old olive. And then I want some of them to have a little brighter color to them. So I'm going to add some granny apple to some of them. Can you see how subtle that is? Again, I just want my leaves to have some color, and I just don't want to try to get that pencil in that little tiny little image. Okay, oh, here's another leaf. I always debate, am I going to do the leaves at the beginning or the end? Okay, so see my leaves? They've got good color on them. And then they have the Wink of Stella shine. So then I'm going to take my, I want these guys. Oh, I don't need that green anymore. I've got my pinks that I'm going to use on the roses. So this is a Melon Mambo. Nope, I lied. Flirty Flamingo. Was sure I knew what it was, and I think this is a Fresh Freesia. Yeah. So I'm going to kind of do the same thing with these. And I'm going to add some color to those. I'm going to go back and forth between the two of these because I can. I wanted some little pink roses on there. then I have two other flowers to color. This one I'm going to do in the daffodil. It's got a little bit bigger images, so I'm going to go over and put some ink or some pencil right in those. It's hard to color up. I don't want to get too close to the embossing because I don't want it to knock off any of that embossing powder. So then I'm going to swirl all of those, and that's going to hit the inside of that, the petals where I may not have as much color. This one I really would like to leave white. And then over here I've got my green one. And I love a good succulent, but I'm going to put a little turquoise in that, along with both my shades of green. And I don't need to get up close to that because I'm going to watercolor it all in. So here's my succulent. Oh, I need music to color by. I forget that someone's watching me. Sometimes I get lost in my coloring and I just kind of forget. I don't know if you do that or not, but I'm good. Okay, so I see that right there? Those weren't leaves. Those are petals to a flower, and the rest of that's a flower. So let's see what I can do to go over that and make that. Oh yeah, it's going to work just fine. Now I know that looks more like a flower. So I want the white to pop, and right now it's just kind of blending in with the background. So I'm going to go over here and just get a little bit of the gray to kind of shade that. It's very subtle. You won't even notice it's there unless you're looking real closely, because I'm just putting it on a little bit because I just want that white flower to pop. Oh, I should have showed you the two compared next to each other, because I did it on this one too, because I wanted that white flower to pop. But it's very subtle. Like there's a little bit of gray in there, but it doesn't go all the way out to the edge because I didn't have to take it out to the edge. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp. I've got my words. I used my heartfelt hexagon, and I used some basic gray, and I punched out some of that DSP, and I used a spot because I had a Versamark at the station, and I can't mix those things with my friends. They don't do well. So they have to pay more attention when I'm very specific about what it is. All right, I'm going to go cut these out, and I'll be right back. So I snuck off and die cut those out. You didn't need to see me do that. You know how to die cut. So I have it's now some assembly required. So I can do this a couple of different ways. I can put my flower pot here. I can put my flower up here where they separate when they open. So I can separate them when they open, or I can leave them together. I'd ask you your preference, but you're not on a thing where I can even ask. But I'm going to put this here like this. I'm going to use dimensionals to put it on. But this way, when you open the card, there's definitely going to be some movement as far as things switch where they are. And I like that. I find that interesting. So I'm going to put that there. Then I'm going to put my bucket here too, and I'm going to put it on with some dimensionals on the side. Stick a dimensional on the side. There it is. I'm going to put my flower on this one. So I'm going to put some dimensionals right here in the corner. Which way do I want my flower to go? Let's make it go this way. So look. Isn't it cute? Okay, then here are some. These are the pecan pie and clear ribboned adhesive backed dots. And we got, these are on the online exclusive. And I liked them with this. And then I also liked this. These are the in color twines. So I wanted to put a twine on here too, but I wasn't sure whether I wanted it, do I want it on this side or this side? I think I want it on this side. I like this color with it. I love the twines because you can untwist them. So I'm going to untwist this ribbon. I just love that I can do that with this. So I can measure this so I know that I want to make a knot around here. I'm going to snip that off. And then I can take another piece, make it about the same length. And then I can do the same one with this one. And then I can untwist all of these and then put different pieces together. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. I mean, occasionally I need to look up, right? Come on, there we go. It's easy when I do it and no one's watching. It's different when you all are watching. I can't seem to get her done. There we go. That's what I like right there. Here's another one. And here's one more. There we go. So now I have a piece of 3 different colors. I can wrap that around. Oh, it looks like I cut the blue shorty. Dang it. Let's see if we can get this on here. Oh, I know what I'll do. Okay. Fear not, friends. We can fix this. So I'm going to tie this around and make a knot. It's funny because we talk about people that are bow challenged, like they cannot make a bow to save their lives. And I like doing really weirdo things with my bows. And then when it's on a card, they go, oh, like it's a collective groan. So I've looped that boho around. And I'm tying it with the wild wheat and the copper clay. And then I'm going to make a bow right on top. All my grandkids have started back to school. We've had some of them that have already done first day of school pictures. Is that not crazy? It seems crazy to me that we've already done back to school pictures. I'm going to do it one more time. Okay, I love it. It kind of matches the decor of the card. Okay, so now we have this. Ready? Yay! Now this one is not separated. Everything's on one side. Which do you like better? Both cute, right? Okay, friends, thanks for joining me. I always like getting together with friends and stamp. Show them what I've created at camp. If you're ever in my area, please stop by. I always love new stamp friends. All right, have a good one. We will stamp again soon. Bye.